Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I really wanted Subnautica to win. Hey, me too. Me too. But it's okay. Because we got Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney 3, to be exact. Trials and Tribulations. Alright, hey, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Hey, what's up, Depression? Alright, so, I mean, I don't got much to say, other than, you know, this is a game that won. Phoenix Wright 3 won fair and square, yeah. And now we get to go on a brand new adventure. The third of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series games. The last of the trilogy. We're going to start with Turnabout Memories. This whole what's up with the word turnabout, and why does it keep coming up in this game? How did I get into this mess? Who is this? Ace Attorney 3 is valid? Why did I do that? Oh no. What is this music? That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Wait. Did Phoenix? Is this Phoenix? Oh wait, what the? Well, what's he wearing? He's repping the Chapulín Colorado or something. What the hell is that? What is he wearing? I didn't do it. Wait, crap. I should have read what he said. Did you see my GIF on Discord? I did. Depression, you're ready. You're locked in. 5 years earlier. Mia Fey? Second trial. Wait, what? April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Whew, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, good morning. Wow, these are characters from back in the day.
Yes, Mia. Calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know.
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed.
Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't gotten the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I'm Marvin Grossberg. I'm at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court. Did you read the name of the case? It was Turnabout something or other, right? Turnabout something. Turnabout Memories. That's what it was. Turnabout Memories.
Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts?
Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh, she's just as unprepared as Phoenix is.
Oh, dear. In any case, don't let your client see you're so nervous. You see, the poor young man in the pink sweater over there, that's our client.
Wait, what? Good morning there, everybody. Wait, what? Why is he dressed like this? And why is he... Is Eternity basically a playable anime? It is. It's like what's it called? A visual novel? Learn from the best. Why is he dressed like this? He looks so weird. He looks super weird. I don't like him like this. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. And why is he in trouble? I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine. No prob. And why is he sick? Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Right? What? Actually, it's right. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Yo, Phoenix actually learning how to use a mask? Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. What? It's just so weird. Dude, when isn't he in a suit 24/7? Exactly. Yeah, I picture him in a suit. That's how Phoenix in my mind is that looks like. What he's wearing now is like he came out of a Spanish like comedy. He looks like a Chapulín Colorado if anyone knows what that is. He has hantavirus. Oh no, Phoenix, come on. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. So this was when Mia first was starting off. But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. Don't diss his fit. It's just weird. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. Oh, she lost her first court case? For my client and for myself. But Phoenix is the one on trial now? You're kidding me. Courtroom number 2. All right. How's this going to go down?
Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
And this guy looks exactly like he did, like he does in the modern day. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution. This guy looks younger. What the heck? Look at this dude's fit.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? But isn't that him standing there right next to you?
His turn now? That's pretty wild. OMG, I thought I was the only person who remembered the Chapulín Colorado. Absolutely. Are you kidding me? Those are some old shows. Yes, well,
you're just a rookie. Are you sure you can really handle this?
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Wow, dude, these Mia sprites. We never got to see this. Of course, Your Honor. I think...
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well, I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow. How come they never brought this up? How come Phoenix never brought up the time he was accused of killing a dude in any of the previous games? I mean, obviously I know the answer, but you know. He was a fourth year student studying pharmacology.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, we have a photo taken of at the scene of the crime. All right, photo of the scene. We got power lines, an umbrella that's like broken, and he's just laying there. That's a weird angle to take a picture of a corpse, but sure. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway, they then called the police.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record as evidence.
Crime photo added to the court record. Not really fun topic at dinners? Yeah, I guess not. They hadn't counted on my... Yeah.
By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that the victim died rather unusual death. Unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a gentleman, if you will. A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
Perfect. Perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? Cause, go on. Please say you know at least this much.
I'm sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you?
Ah, the court record. I think I could see that by pressing tab.
All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there, and think carefully before you answer, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. Can't let the prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. Just press tab here. So this is like the introductory case. It's teaching you the mechanics in case you didn't play the previous games, of course. I think I spelled that wrong. I think you did too, but it's alright. I know what you meant. The court record. Date and time of death. Okay. Alright. And then the crime scene. Okay. Got it.
Now then, the attorney for would the attorney for the defense lawyer for the defense lawyer please answer the question. What was the cause of death?
Asphyxiation, electrocution, hypothermia. Oh crap. Cause of death was fatal electric shock. Electrocution. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new superpowered stun gun, perhaps?
Has this man not seen the photo? The answer to that will become crystal clear as your trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney. You must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
That's Mr. Winston Payne for you. He is a smooth operator, if you catch my drift.
What the heck? I object? No, not yet.
They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and shove it into old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady.
Mia, evidence
isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with tab, so be sure to go over it all.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
Oh, crap. Okay. Who are you? Dahlia? What the? Okay. My client, a third-year art student at Ivy University. He currently has a cold. The victim, he was a fourth-year pharmacology student at Ivy University. Dated the victim, Doug Swallow, up until 8 months ago. Maybe it was that? It's gotta be her, right? Cause of death was fatal electric shock. You know what? Screw it. Let's try it. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Oh, Dahlia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Fay. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. What? Phoenix never brought this up! But up until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story. Phoenix, you're hiding your life!
He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay.
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well.
Oh...
The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
For spoilers, do you delete the messages at first or time out at first? I would... If it's a serious spoiler, I would delete it entirely. My client wouldn't do it because he looks funny. Yeah, he's too funny, Chad. He's way too funny for it. He makes jokes. And he's got enthusiasm. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Phoenix Wright is on the stand. Wow. Oh, yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. He's a student, right?
No, he means what did you do before you were arrested?
Oh, achoo. Jeez. I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your... But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was... Achoo.
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor. Phoenix Wright is on the stand. Wow. What was the picture? The picture was the crime scene. Yeah, dude on the floor, pretty much. Yeah. I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. Okay. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. Phoenix would lie, would he? I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Would Phoenix lie? Also, that was new music I had never heard before.
I see. So you hardly knew the victim.
Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And what would that be? This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Oh no, 10 seconds timeout deletes all messages or just delete the messages only. I have no clue. You'll have to experiment with that. Cross-examination?
He's right, and it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie? A contradiction? Well, maybe I needed to pay more attention to it.
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. Please, actually tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? How did they become partners after this? I'm armed and dangerous. Plot twist, my client was drugged during the murder. We don't know. It's a possibility. Alright, I'm actually in a dangerous position. I could die. Not die, but, you know. So, I'm going to go ahead and save. Look at that. We're in file number 5. Alright, new music! Brand new music. I love it. I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew that guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
I can handle it myself. Let's see. 1 year ago, I was in the courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. I'll know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some definitive proof.
Okay, Mia. One more time. From the very beginning of his testimony. Alright, let's press on every single one. I admit I was there. Or, I mean, nah, let's press on all of them. Might as well. When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered. Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Achoo! 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 It's like he sneezes when he gets nervous. Could you show me the photos? Yeah, in a second. It'll come up, I'm sure it will. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. Press on everything for lore? Yeah. Yeah, I will. It was a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
A coincidence, huh?
I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. So, if we look at this, this is the picture. We got down power lines. It seems a little bit, I'll be honest, it seems a little bit ridiculous that the cause of death was electrocution and somehow Nick was blamed for it. It's a little bit absurd, but whatever. We'll see how this plays out. I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. You say you found the body. Who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct. They were witnesses. Oh! Flashback. There's an umbrella? Yes, I'm sure that'll be relevant. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock. Dude, it's so weird. And he's got a scarf, too.
What? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
He's sneezing. Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. Someone get him some tissues. But I hardly knew the guy to begin with. No, Phoenix, that's a lie. Well, actually, I don't know if that's a lie. So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right, well, no. That is, so, which is it? Did you know him or not? Achoo, achoo, achoo.
Now, see here, you can't avoid answering the questions by sneezing all day.
Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly.
Who is this Dolly person?
Yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Our young love, so bittersweet.
But that's all I knew about him. Could be lying there. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Well, if you say you don't know him... Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. Yeah, that's right. Why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Does Phoenix have a crash-out scene? I wonder. Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I'll give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim... How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well... Okay. He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, I crossed my heart! I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
May I ask you something, Miss Fay?
Good guys and bad guys? Yes, Your Honor. What is it now?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow?
The judge is uncultured. The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean the Stars and Stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me. This man is the judge in a court of law. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this just now?
Yeah, there is a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg.
Quickly now, show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean.
Okay, Mia. Check the court record carefully.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
I can manage it myself. 1 year ago, I was in the court. Yeah, okay. We went over this. All right. So let's see what happens here. Hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. He said he had it on at the crime scene, but it doesn't look like he's got it in this photo. Is that the contradiction? Potentially? He was a fourth. Yeah. I don't think anything. I think it's got to be that, right? Wait, is Phoenix one of the good guys? Phoenix is a good guy, but right now he's on trial for potentially murdering somebody. Oh, I accidentally hit press again. I think I'm going to go with that. I think I'm going to go with the fact that he said that he was wearing a Union Jack at the time of the murder. And he doesn't have it on in the picture. So let's try it. Please work. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Miss Fay, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. Oh! As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Wait a minute. He's wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of his t-shirt he was wearing. So he wears the same shirt every day? I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea what at all he was wearing underneath that jacket. Phoenix, what are you doing? Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Please forgive me. Ah! Oh, dude, why is he doing? What is happening? What is this case?
Mia, you've made our client cry. Let him.
Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. What does it stand for? I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was wrong all along. I think his sickness is a cover-up for the murder. There's no way.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medication for it?
Oh, no. Why are they bringing this up? Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine that you took over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
What? Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Oh, no. He's going to say it was found at the crime scene.
Your Honor, I'd like to take a look. I'd like you to take another look from the crime scene.
What?
What's this? In the victim's hand. It's Cold Killer X.
Okay, what? Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What? Come on, Phoenix.
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix, say something! You're innocent, aren't you? GG? No, not GG! He's innocent!
Order in the court!
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well. The court will accept them into the record.
Photo number 2. I knew it, he was drugged. Not exactly what you meant, though, I don't think.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Broken? Yes, it ceased functioning when the large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids.
This man, we don't want to hear it. Why is he talking about that? Alright, the truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock we split up. Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. Why'd you go back? I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around the lunchtime on the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
Achoo, achoo, achoo. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. No, this one sounded legit. This one sounds like the truth. This one sounds real. I believe you. I believe you, Phoenix. I'm gonna save. He's telling the truth, y'all. Truth is, I went back because he called me. Okay. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day, he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is?
It's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart.
What was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Wait, what?
Dahlia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow.
Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
Nasty love triangles. He was in the pharmacology department, so he agreed to meet at 2:45 behind the building. 2:45. Time of death is at 3 p.m. Okay, so that's consistent. That works. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist, I see.
Gotta admit, I was a little suspicious he had the whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? About the timing of the meeting, about pharmacology department. Forget about it. Screw it. Let's ask about the timing of the meeting, I guess? So you are absolutely certain that you met at 2:45? Young love, yeah. Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something. Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock, we split up. So what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime? I wish that were true. She thinks he's lying? Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. Okay. So you say you went back. Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Make up. Achoo! Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. Okay, wait, is he lying in like multiple places? I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. Okay. I knew it, he was drugged. I say. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of the year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking the cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. Oh no, I don't know what he's lying about. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Around lunchtime. So he lost it before even meeting with this guy. On the day of the incident. What did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. Why is she doing that?
Well, Mia?
I don't know. I can't seem to find any contradictions.
The boy isn't exactly what I'd call a natural-born liar, you know. But still, we can't have him continue to spout nonsense.
I know, but what can I do?
Well, I'm certain he must still be hiding something. Information. Right now, it's information. We need more than anything else.
So maybe it's I press here and then I click the other option. Tell me about the pharmacology department. She thinks the romance is, simply put, cringe. I was wondering if you could tell us more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high-voltage electricity. That's right. They sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high-voltage cables everywhere. High-voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high-voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. Oh, yeah, that was what we needed.
I think that's enough for now. So, the defendant and the victim met at approximately at the time of death. And the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean? I knew it'd be too much work for a little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor?
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, you are correct, Your Honor. I think this is a Breaking Bad collab. So, how was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. Establish murder method? Can't right now. I don't know. I mean, look at the picture. Wait a minute. What's his watch say? What time is that? That's 3. It's like 3:05, right? 3:05. So then he got exactly electrified at around 3:05. That's interesting. Establish murder. You know what? I'm saving. Screw it. Let's try and establish a murder method. See what happens. Your Honor?
Yes, Miss Fay?
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I know that. Actually, I had totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Fay, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
What? You were having a laugh! The picture, maybe? As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What?
Oh, that worked! But there is nothing that even
remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail.
Is the judge brain dead? What?
Miss Fay,
Where exactly? What? Point to where the dude's getting electrified from? Are you kidding me? What is wrong with this judge? Well, naturally, it's right here.
What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. I object. His watch killed him due to the fact that my client knew about the facility. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students used in their experiments require high voltage, and because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then, the high voltage cable...
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible.
The umbrella's gotta be relevant. It has to be, but we don't know how yet.
Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order. No! Anybody with 2 brain cells rubbing together could have figured that out. What do you mean? Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high-voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant. Wow! Was he wearing rubber gloves at the crime scene or so? How can you prove that?
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Oh, do you now? Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. Oh, no. He's being framed? He absolutely is being framed. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. Okay. As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. Oh! You mean Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest of the area of the victim's jacket. Oh, no. I think Mr. Ray is the killer? Mr. Ray? Who's Mr. Ray? The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
Oh, Mr. Payne, the Payne guy. There's no, he's just a prosecutor. I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left the print like that. Intent on murder. He clearly pushed the victim toward the severed electrical cable. No, the guy clearly touched the cable, maybe on accident or something, and just died himself.
Order, order, order! That's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination.
Are you just gonna take his word for it?
Stick a fork in us. We're done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor!
At this time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case.
No! Not yet. Hold it. I object. My client tried to save the victim but failed. Oh, yeah. How do you know that didn't happen?
Do you have something further to add, Miss Fay?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... He is hiding something! It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Fay, no matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you. I'll represent you to the very end. Damn, serious face.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute. Mr. Wright, I'll tell you what really happened.
But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further...
I did it. What? I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see this coming. Sneeze equals lie. But he's innocent. That girl. You shouldn't be seeing her. Hey, it's none of your business. Oh, I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Oh, he had the umbrella. Oh, no! GG, we're cooked. No! Don't give up faith.
What you just said, was that the truth?
Yes. I was afraid if I told the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are.
Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Fay? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim.
It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
This man. Witness testimony. When I pushed the victim, that guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. He was, wasn't he? I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. Oh? A little while after I left, I started to get worried, so I went back. But he was just lying there, dead. I thought he was supposed to explain it, and it was supposed to absolve him. What the heck? That's not gonna help. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. Then you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. The push had no intent of death. Yeah, but it wouldn't matter, because if he pushed him and he died due to it, he'd still be guilty.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, the light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, Even I would have noticed it. Oh? That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Miss Fey, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. Oh. Alright. Come on, Phoenix. You're innocent. You gotta prove it. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. What was he saying? So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Is that all?
Yep.
Well, Miss Fey, you heard him yourself.
Boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. What? Anyway, after he said that, I just... How could he touch the cable if the cable is high? Someone cut the cable? Yeah, absolutely someone cut the cable. But it must have happened at some point after Phoenix was talking with him. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. Can you tell me about what happened in a little bit more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. Wait. And when I lost my temper and flew onto a furious frenzy, I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. Leller's right. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right. There was nothing like that at all. But it is possible that you merely overlooked it. Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. Check the cameras? Yeah, well, I don't know. Cameras might not have been readily available at this time of the year. In this year.
I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness.
At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what it was. What if that snap was the cable snapping? A campus in 2003? Was it 2003 that this occurred? Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted. You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Ask for more details, leave alone. Let's ask for more details. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Not many cameras. Aha! Could it have been... Yes! Could it have been... Hurry up and tell us! When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. Oh, yeah. And then the umbrella's like split in half, right? He fell right on top of it, and it broke. Oh! That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Fey, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
Well, I gotta go. Bye, Sean. Have a good day. Let's check this. I mean, I don't know. Like, it doesn't make any sense. How did the umbrella land all the way over there? Maybe? The game first came out on GBA in the West and released on the DS. That's probably where New Vivi played it. The body was relocated after the push. Also, he pushed him back. So wouldn't he have landed on his back? Of course it's important. Of course it's not important. Let's say of course it was important. This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more important. It's vital. It's more than important. It's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Oh, ha! How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. Check for a local gang member. What?
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
Okay. After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. So, Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella, and you are certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing the sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at the time knitting it for me. Aww, it's a gift from Dolly! I didn't want to rain and to dampen the handmade symbol of her love. So the P does stand for Phoenix, then.
Oof, my stomach is not used to being so personal. Being used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm sorry.
Continue on with your testimony, witness.
That's it. That's it. That's what I. That's the thing. I bet you. A little after I left, I started to get worried. After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious. You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition. Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. I'm a better lawyer, and I say my client is innocent. Well, at that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? Achoo! Achoo! Cough! 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 No, nobody. Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier?
In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. Unless we find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, my dear. I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, sir. Right now, I need more info. Info on what could help me turn up some contradictions. Okay, so it's clearly the umbrella. He fell on top of his cheap umbrella. So, let's do this. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on. If I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution. I wouldn't have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at this crime scene photo. Oh, and you said the fit stinks? Yeah, you're right. It's just a little strange to see him in it. But yeah, I get it. It's lovely. It's lovely. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. Whoa. No! The umbrella caused the flip and lured lightning? Okay.
Order! The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want it presented as evidence immediately.
Umbrella added to the court record. Oh, look at it. Owned by the victim, found broken near an electrical pole at the crime scene.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
Not if the guy landed on it. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
But I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment.
No! Gets blown away. Well, this is all assuming Phoenix is telling the truth, though, too.
I must say, I still find it hard to believe that huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony.
Phoenix's testimony added to the court record. The victim fell on top of his umbrella. There was a loud sound when this happened.
Well done, Mia.
Oh, he's not done yet?
Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Oh, does he have his own witness? Let me guess. You have another witness. Oh! Exactly. And the witness's testimony will be incontrovertible. So that's probably why Phoenix was saying there was another person at the scene. Or, like, he wouldn't, you know... he didn't want to say that there was another person on the scene.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh!
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to break this bad news to you, my dear. I knew he was dragged. He might have not been dragged. Well, no, probably not. I don't know. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious.
Mia, what do you mean by that? I think it is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
This is an interesting way to start the Ace Attorney series. April 11th, District Lobby number 3. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's all right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah, so I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why. Dolly hates the victim and killed him with a cable, but no, they were... Wait, was Dolly was dating Phoenix? Wait, hang on. I told you it's the umbrella. The umbrella was relevant. Phoenix Wright's girlfriend dated the victim Doug Swall up until... Yeah, so she was with both of them at one point or another. The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. The murder is the umbrella. It could happen. It could definitely happen. It's not out of the question, let me tell you. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Why in the courthouse? Look at young Phoenix! Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us here together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. Interesting. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
So she gave you this to you as a present, I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, all right. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Dahlia's present, borrowed from Phoenix Wright. A small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day of he shows it to everyone. Huh. What's it filled with? Anyway, so after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please, give it back now. What?
What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. How did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse? Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I think I understand what you're trying to say. And I think I understand as to why I suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct?
What? Newspaper clipping, an article from 8/28, almost 8 months ago. What?
I hope you don't mind.
I need to finish this myself.
Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to help you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over. We'd better all get moving.
I guess so. That was recess. Sure seemed longer than 20 minutes. Holy crap. I don't even know how this fits in, but it must be relevant somehow. We got Phoenix wearing a little pendant that Dolly kept asking for it in return. We have a murder that took place when Dolly and Phoenix stopped dating or started dating. We have Phoenix who's in trouble, and an umbrella that broke. A lot of like puzzle pieces, but they don't all seem to fit together yet.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand. Here she is. Okay. What's with this stiff silence? Dolly's a serial killer? It could be.
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit, you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
Can't believe he actually said that. Oh, now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie, there's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all. It was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine! No, the honor is all mine!
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Sir? Is there anything I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Freeney wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it.
Feeney?
Feeney?
Yes, I can see why you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Body advantage? Okay, all right.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
What I witnessed. I had been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Feeney and Dougie are
Dougie?
They were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all... Oh, Feeney is Phoenix. Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeney noticed I was there. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
So she's saying that Phoenix didn't push him? Young lady, as an old man I am, can recall how hot the flame of young passion can burn. Why is he... Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth. I knew he was drugged. But I would never... That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case with a bunch of paper-thin lies. Teehee, you haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey.
What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before, once. Oh.
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours. It's
good to see you again, Madame Fey. Madame Fey. Madame? I'm no grandma yet, girlie. Thunder in my area. I don't know how long I can stay. No! I'd been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Okay. Let's check on that. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeney, I mean, Mr. Wright, is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese senryu poetry.
Oh, how wonderful! It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches his age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. I can't stay if the power gets cut. I really hope that didn't happen. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through the back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Okay. So who is this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. If I disappear, you know why? Yeah, I got you. So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. Oh, she totally eavesdropped.
That's right, Miss Fay. Don't drag a witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please go on. What did you see next?
Maybe that comes up later. I don't know. Then suddenly Dougie got wobbly and just collapsed. Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Dougie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about our testimony now? No, but Phoenix said. The victim fell on top of his umbrella where the loud sound. So, Phoenix's testimony. Where is Phoenix's testimony? Is Phoenix's testimony not here? Oh, I guess it's this, but crap. Show contradiction. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. Miss Fay, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. What? That is, she has no supporting... please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim. Oh, yeah! Yeah! What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor, I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. All right, finally. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground. And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow. Yes, that's right. It didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear anything unusual either. Okay, well that had to be wrong, right? Because of the testimony. So then, what did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break. That's why it really wasn't watching them at all closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
Okay, it's that one. It's that one. I went to go and find some other students, and they called the authorities. When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they were all very fond of the drugs. Please do try to stay on topic. So to find pharmacology students, you went on into the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do, but in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow, they all seemed to know what was going on. Students knew what was going on? Press for more details. Maybe we get more information. But how could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any more info about these students. So did the students call the police? Yes. I was so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
Girl, she's telling a super obvious lie, and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Right. Yes, that's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one. Plot list. Dolly is Dougie? No, that's not... That's a great plot twist, but I don't think that's the case here. And I didn't hear anything unusual either. Okay. You are lying. You are lying, unfortunately. You say you didn't hear anything unusual. Is that correct? Yes, I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. Ah, she got that hair flip. That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix, right? And he's clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. Press still for lore. I did press on all of them. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable. But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise, like a snap. There's no way the noise... a noise like that could fail to make an impression. Ah! I have a moment to answer? May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. Oh, wasn't she not lying, maybe? You see, the truth is... Oh, she's going to say she was wearing headphones. I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at the time. Oh, how convenient. Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet, so the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Wait a second, Mia. A testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. She didn't hear anything. She was listening to music. There was lightning. There was lightning, maybe. Dougie had planned it all along with Minnie microphone and is still alive. There was lightning? She was listening to music. I don't think the music is relevant. I should probably read this. Very little information being disclosed at the time, since the victim of yesterday's incident, the district courthouse cafeteria has said to have been a lawyer. However, the police are questioning 19-year-old female colleague who was sitting at the victim. Oh, is that it? Okay, well, that seems irrelevant. I should go pull out that. Okay. I guess, yeah, I'm gonna go with the lightning, please. Your Honor, there is a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fay.
The umbrella lured lightning? Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Ah!
I mean, it's not out of the question.
I must admit, that thought had not occurred to me.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? Actually, this entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered, but that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was in fact the victim of a stray bolt, but that wouldn't explain the down power line.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
The umbrella lured the lightning. I don't know. Because the down power line still. How do you count for that? All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now. Oh, no. I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fay. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. It's weird. There's a loud thunderstorm and people are using fireworks. Where you're at? Right now? We found that there were no lightning strikes on the day of that at that location. What? What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to the case. Oh, so then why didn't you bring that up earlier, you plank?
Evidence, Mr. Payne. Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
And who is this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. What? Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 o'clock that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits the time of the death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. Okay. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break. The old power cable broke due to some sort of impact on 4/9 at 2:55. So, okay.
However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cables could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it would have been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Fay, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cables?
Your Honor, I'm gonna save. Just blame the school itself for poor cable? Actually, poor infrastructure. Come on. Your Honor, it is an American school. I don't know how this is looking. I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try and regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
What caused the cable to break? Due to some sort of impact? Some sort of impact. Is it this? The one thing I don't like about this case, but I love everything else. Oh no. This is the part where I have to jump to a conclusion, isn't it? Screw it. Let's go with this. Let's try this. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. No, it's not. Wow, Your Honor.
I believe that is the only thing that has snapped. The only thing that has snapped is the mind of the defense.
Ah, that was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor. Ouch, that was harsh. Please, Your Honor, give me one more chance.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused the cable to break?
Well, it wasn't that. The umbrella? Could it have been the umbrella? How, though? Maybe. Huh. Alright, screw it. I'll try the umbrella. The cable broke because the cable broke? Yeah. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. Well, Your Honor?
I believe that the only thing that has snapped...
Oh, crap. I failed again. It wasn't the umbrella. Was it Dahlia's present? This is it. This is why the cable... Thank goodness I'm not losing health. What could it be? Up until 8 months ago, the victim was... He currently has a cold. I don't know what this could be. This is not relevant, surely. No. What is it? The cable broke because the cable broke. The necklace? I tried the necklace already. It wasn't the necklace. I'm blown away. Shut up about the umbrella already. If you like it so much, why don't you marry it? Why did the power line cable snap? Was it? It couldn't have been relevant to this, could it? It was not the Cold Killer X, surely. Are you struggling on case 1? I think I might be. I mean, I can choose. I can like, you know, pick. I'm not losing health, so I can just choose whatever. This is it. This is why the cable snapped. No. I am struggling. Wow, he killed himself to frame my client. Okay, wouldn't do that. How fortunate. Is it a profile? Is it her? Okay, I'm blown away. What is it? What is it? What is it? Testimony? I tried the testimony. Oh no, not Phoenix's testimony. I tried the student's testimony. I'll try Phoenix's testimony. What? What? Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds about right.
How did you know, Leller?
Wait, are you saying that?
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's time frame. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage. Wait, that's not good, is it? Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion, and it was the very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. Still going? Yes. But I think we're getting close to the what happened here. See the umbrella by the electrical pole? That's right. The victim banged onto the pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. But then the victim was electrocuted.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, because if the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here. Ah! I think I know where this is going. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. So he was just like, I don't know, knocked out cold or something?
Order! Order in the court!
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant...
Mr. Judge, sir? May I say something? The Madame Attorney's explanation... She said some things that are a little different than I remember them.
What
the... The local gang members? Okay. Yeah, the students. Please, just one more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge.
Of course it's all right. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. Pink. Holy fake? She might be hiding something. I hope she's not the one that killed. The truth is, Feeney pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeney caught up and crashed him into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. What? It was the class parrot, obviously, yeah.
So after being shoved, the victim got up and tried to run away.
And that is when the defendant pushed him for the second time. I'm so sorry, Feeney, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are.
Who's Feeney? Feeney is Phoenix.
Now then, Miss Fay, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Alright, so she's lying somehow, somewhere. The truth is, Feeney pushed him twice. Okay, actually, let's go back. He pushed him twice. This is new information here. Also, something Phoenix didn't bring up himself. Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony, you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeney. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl. I know. Mr. Judge?
Yes?
Would you please forgive little old me? Of course he won't. What you did is called perjury.
Come on now. It was just a little white lie. We'll forget this in time, but please be more careful from now on, all right?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all.
Oh, the judge had better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl. Damn. Beware, Your Honor. Press Dahlia's claim that Feeney pushed him twice. What the heck? I got an achievement. The first time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Body advantage. Okay, alright. Relax, yeah? You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole. I know he doesn't look it, but Feeney can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeney really is scary when he gets mad.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed.
Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. Okay. So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched the scene unfold. Miss Faye, I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness. I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer them on? What do you mean by that? Well, I wish the best for them both, and that they would each give the fight their all.
That's very sweet of you to be so supportive.
And what happened after that? But Feeney caught up and crashed into him from behind. Okay. That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of his leather jacket?
Well, no, there weren't.
Madam Faye, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully? I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeney wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? Oh, so he just, like, tackled him? Huh. She admitted to encouraging murder? Encouraging? Well... The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted all... Okay, the cable snapping due to the shove and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. I feel like this is what's wrong with her statement here. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. But does the judge care though? Yeah, if she's the murderer, what would the judge say? He'd be like,
"Come now, little lady. You come with me and I'll show you. I'll show you back at my place. I can show you. We can forget all of this, Miss Ma'am. I don't know your name."
That's understandable.
Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
If I don't figure out the contradiction here, it's all over. No, because of body. Okay, all right. I'm joking. Give her your all, she says. She is the one to blame. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia. The judge doesn't give a crap because of body advantage. The improv judge voice. The truth is, Feeney pushed him twice. Okay, all right. So she's clearly lying here. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than a minute. Here's why I think she's lying, because if we look at the second photo, his watch says, and I hate analog clocks, I believe that says 3:05, right? So if all that happened in less than a minute, then when he got shocked, it happened... The watch stopped when he got shocked, so it must have happened 5 minutes later. Not that that's that much of a difference, but like, I don't know, maybe that's relevant? I'm gonna save and I'll give it a shot here. Your hydration reminder. I should probably have a bit of a bev. It is hot these days. All right, let's try it out. Let's see what happened. That's 7? Wait, what? That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh! Oh! Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. Oh! There we go. It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time that the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. Oh, I was right. I can read an analog clock, chat.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fay?
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered the power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Ah!
Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne? What exactly happened during the 10-minute interval? Oh! Congrats, thank you. The defense proposes that it was during the interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow. Now multiply Roman numbers. No.
Order! This is nonsense. The real murderer?
Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Then who was it? Who or else are you saying could have done it?
It might have just been a freak accident. I don't know why they have to pin it on somebody. There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer?
Miss Fay, is the defense ready to indict someone as the real killer?
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor. We are ready.
Very well. But remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Fay.
Uh-oh. I knew it. The gang members? No! Stop!
Now then, Miss Fay, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
It can't be anyone else. It has to be Dahlia. It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne. What? How could you?
The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you. She's actually the killer!
Order! Miss Fay? Why?
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. What was that? She just fluttered like a bird. How can you say something so mean, Madam Fay? I didn't do anything.
Miss Fay, this is a very serious charge you are...
Oh, he's back! I knew she was a serial killer. She might actually be. Your Honor, please, I have something to say. Achoo!
What is it?
Please, strike everything the defense said just now from the record. No! What? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Fay. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. Phoenix is trying to protect Dolly. Bruh.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab this man.
Ah! Achoo! He's gonna sneeze on the bailiff. Leave my Dolly alone. That boy.
He's gotten himself way over his head.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
How is this relevant, though? Police report added to the court record. A report on the incident 8 months ago. Like, it just seems irrelevant. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. What? How?
You'd better take a good look at it. It, details, how you came to lose your boyfriend.
What? What?
Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor, May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. Go right ahead. Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. What language should I try and learn? Probably Chinese. I told you you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to blame him is ludicrous. This is all just so much for my poor little me to bear.
I believe this girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
Crap, yeah, I don't read the new court record. I will as soon as I get the opportunity. The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. What? How? 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. I already know Latin.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day that she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well, then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. This ain't over. This ain't over. Do you know how to speak it? Isn't Latin not used anywhere anymore? Or am I thinking of a different language? I first met my darling Freeney 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. A-Dee, Latin is a dead language. Yeah, okay, so I was right.
Mr. Wright, do that again, and you will be held in contempt of court.
What, for interrupting the testimony? And now we enter the final act in our little drama.
As we used to say in these days of my youth, go get her.
Alright, this is it. This is it. I first met my darling little Feeny 8 months ago. Alright, so I guess this is the perfect time to read the additional details. So what's in this that's so important? A report on the incident 8 months ago. Location, District Courthouse Cafeteria. Date, time, 4 p.m. on August 27th. Victim, Diego Armando. He was a lawyer. Suspect, Dahlia Hawthorne. So she was the suspect in the murder of a dude that happened on the same day that she met Phoenix? Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Oh! Is the poison what's around Phoenix's neck? That would be crazy. Traces of the poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Stop saying body advantage. Alright, let's try to press on this. I knew she's a serial killer. She actually might have killed 2 people. So, until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself.
No, not at all. Look at me. I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle.
Maybe you should look for a different line of work. Actually.
Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people also call him the Great Judgini.
It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. A courthouse's reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeney was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in the courthouse reading room? This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. I'm not good, though?
Miss Faye, I'm warning you, if this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case.
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I'd better tread carefully. Wait and see, keep pressing? Screw it, keep pressing. I can afford the penalty. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. All right. You're writing a paper? On what? On the relationship between modern Senryu poetry and the criminal underworld. Well, that's pretty...
Oh, that sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? Now, I've never forgotten what I've forgotten. Again, with the midlife crisis stuff.
Mia, why did that girl really come to the courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of the trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully.
I mean, the game must be trying to tell me that come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. Sure. We'll come back to that. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. I know 2 languages and a bit of Italian. Wow, polyglot. So what was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Perhaps to a woman your age... Oh! But to me, Feeney is handsome. Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen. Damn! Don't put my boy Phoenix down like that. Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked.
He's telling the truth. It is truly, truly shocking.
Beautiful mushroom, growing tall in the darkness. It comes from a cow dung. What? That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my Feeney. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, none at all. We parted on very good terms. But that can't be. Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup. Huh. Are you sure? Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way. So the victim wanted to break up with her. Press further? Sure? You complain how Phoenix looks too? And I'm still complaining. So Phoenix has body advantage, if anything. So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you? Well, you see... What a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife.
No one cares, Mr. Payne.
She didn't deny it. That must mean Doug Swallow must have seen through her little act. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature.
Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So only the way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony.
All right. It's this, right? I'd come to the courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing. I'm saving. And I'm going to present. It's got to be the new info we just got. Boom. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? I'm just a girl. Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason?
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report, and that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in the criminal case just 8 months ago.
Order, order, order! This is unbelievable. It's true then. The loveliest rose can hide.
Miss Fay, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness. Winston Payne, will not allow it. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me. Go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. But, Judge, I'm just a girl. I did not commit the crime that occurred during the incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. Oh, you've really hit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
What? This man. This man. You gotta go. Bye, Sean. We'll see you later. The poisoning. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is... From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. Every time I think we're done, there's still more. His hemorrhoids are going into overdrive. Yeah, they're tier 2 hemorrhoids.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today, and I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Aha, Mia! You're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. That proud posture and self-confidence absolutely smashing.
Alright, let's see what happens here. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. What were you talking about with the defense's attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential. Oh?
According to reports, we're being interviewed regarding another case.
Wow, so she's been involved in a lot of cases? The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all about that, what that incident was? I don't know if this is relevant.
That has absolutely nothing at all to do with this case. Objection sustained. Defense's question is stricken from the record.
You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly. I'll protect you.
You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny, please. Ugh, those two really are making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. Okay. That's when the guy got poisoned? How long were you gone? I've already answered all these questions for the police, but if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes? And where were you during the stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Fay? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't poop.
You heard the defendant, Miss Fay. Better luck next time.
Oh, Feeny, please. The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of court's time.
Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons?
Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drop says half a fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
So it's about 2/3 of the amount, huh? The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. I'm still clueless here on what the lie is. A special kind of poison. How so? I'm the best lawyer ever. Did you guess it? Oh no. Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh, and where were you? And where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry. All I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? I just want him to figure it out. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get poison like that. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you, because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison. I think that's a good enough reason, Madame Faye. She's right, and I think we've had enough of Miss Faye's questions.
So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison?
And all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten someone, right?
Great.
Now, how did a lit student get a hold of a poison of all things? Why wouldn't they just say literature? Okay, I actually might need help here. This is difficult here. You can talk, just don't make predictions that could be correct. So I have to prove how she could have gotten the poison? Surely this is not relevant. Leller got it. Should be simple. Oh no. Said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning a 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. I mean, she gave this to Wright, but like that doesn't really explain how she got it a hold of. Assuming that this is the poison. Just a poison while interviewing a suspect regarding another case. Traces of the poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. I'll have first see when a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Only that, but I heard it's a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get the poison like that. I mean... Oh, wait! She could have gotten it from the students! But could I prove that? Read everything? He was a 4th-year pharmacology student. I mean... She could have gotten it from the pharmacology student. She could have gotten it from Doug himself, maybe? Is that possible? Oh my god, is that possible? I'm saving. Screw it. I'll try it. No! I hit the wrong button. Damn it. Wrong button. Okay, hang on. Could it be? Oh! You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. Oh! I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to the kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. Oh!
Pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, The culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then, it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. New song, new theme, I haven't heard this one. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at the very table. You. No! I'm just a girl.
Order, order, order! Could it be?
That's nothing but a... May I say something, Madam Fay? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Well, yes, that's true.
It was searched immediately. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Okay! And quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something like that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying that I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? She got me good with that. No, she did. No.
Provide some evidence, or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Fay. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
Police conducted a full body search of Dahlia and the entire courthouse, and yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse a young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container of poison it was carried in? What happened to it?
Boom. GGEZ! You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. I wonder... So the defendant was the witness's accomplice? Yeah, they're gonna think... Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So, what about it? What does it mean, Miss Fay?
The day that the witness met and fell for Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away. It's kind of genius.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No! Ah!
Order in the court.
Phoenix? On behalf of Dolly, I object!
Mr. Wright, control yourself.
I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I thought you would stay in your seat.
You gotta let her go, man. Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her.
Madly in love? I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Dude would die for her, yeah. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Damn! Okay, chill! Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too! Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is... she's madly in love with you because of that necklace to keep you quiet. She's madly in love with you. It's not that. Because of that necklace. Could be that. To keep you quiet. Could be that. It's one of these two. Maybe the necklace? Let's try the necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The one thing she's after is that bottle of necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. That she keeps asking for it? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. Yeah, she says it as a joke.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. Why couldn't she just ask for it, like, temporarily and then, you know, like, wash it in the sink or something and then give it to him? You're lying. But you never gave it back to her. Well, I guess it's good that Phoenix never did. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Ah! Mia, are you alright? The defendant, he's getting away! Bailiff, hurry, after him! Wait! Was he running? Phoenix ran?
Mia, are you alright?
Yes, I think so.
That boy, he went completely insane. Where's Mr. Wright?
He ran!
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh no.
What is it?
The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
What? That's terrible. Mr. Wright
must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we supposed to do now?
What?
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate it. What? Yeah, but only guys are here that you know of. And also that's not an excuse to be filthy. I can't do. Phoenix is gonna die. You what?
You ate it?
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah, wait, what? Wait, so did he eat glass? What do you mean?
What is he doing now?
Wait. Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Just your stomach hurt. We got to get him to the hospital. That bottle you swallowed may have had poison left in it. It seems that the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So it would seem.
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. 2 teaspoons is deadly dose, as mentioned before. Oh. So, okay, so if it's not 2 teaspoons, he'd just have like a rumbly tummy or something, right? There, it's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Really? Because she might be a serial killer. Which is why I can't state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. But yes, he ate glass, as one in love does. Oh yeah, of course.
That's enough! Unfortunately, Miss Fay, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything.
No! Even after I prove so much, is he going to get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
Oh, no! Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, Miss Fay. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Wait, what? Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. No! Not another thing!
What is it?
That day. The day I met Doug Swallow. Uh-oh. More evidence. Here we go. That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, that's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about her. About that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that. Oh, Phoenix, you got it, my guy. You got to talk about this stuff earlier. All right? We can't help you when you bring it up this late. Come on. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing after I pushed him that day. I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? Blinded by love? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, the defendant is... Miss Faye, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. But... So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. The night before? Lies in court, confused why people think he's guilty. Yeah! Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye. If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. Oh, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore, exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? What if... Well, okay, it's got to be one of these 5, right? It's not Grossberg. It's not Payne. I doubt it'd be herself. Phoenix or Doug. I know it, but I can't say it. I mean, it's 50-50. Thanks. Hey, what's up, Ilya? Not herself? Yeah, probably not, right? I'm leaning toward Phoenix because apparently this Diego Armando guy was also a lawyer. So maybe she doesn't want people to become lawyers or something. I don't know. Phoenix? There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh! Me? That's preposterous! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out, but let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love. Well, Phoenix was, but poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right, the bottle necklace. That's all she cared about. But even so, why would she go as far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing: how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. How have I never met Ilya? Ilya popped in when we were playing Ace Attorney 2 for the first time. And they've been around since, but they've been busy. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Feeny, what a joke you are. Oh! Serious mode? Honestly, how can any woman count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and about that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne!
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniving little crybaby of a client has eaten a bottle as a snack. Wow! She's on savage mode. Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you just say something instead of sitting there with a dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
You really are that. Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished!
Fine, then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. What? Can't let her get away this time.
Stop me. If you keep her pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney badge forever, I'm afraid.
No! She reappears. You better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray? Damn! But she's so mean!
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
I mean, if I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. I'm gonna save right now. I called it from the start. She's a serial killer. I mean, I guess. Impossible. You can't possibly. Stupid woman.
It's the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish your guilt, then I'm afraid that very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headline for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets a chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Miss Faye, please present your evidence. Show to this court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Could it be this? Could it be this? It would make sense. Well, would it make sense? Cold Killer X, huh? Let's give it a go. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove all her guilt once and for all. Oh?
Cold Killer X, Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does your rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. Oh!
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Oh! She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Everything with the word killer sounds dangerous. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Huh? What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. I knew something was suspicious about that medicine. It had to have been relevant somehow. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Old picture of Phoenix. I like it. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing, this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Did she? What about her fingerprints? Are they on the Cold Killer X? Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and the victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized I can allow... I didn't read that in time. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Oh my god! Girly gloves? Oh, is she wearing gloves? She wears gloves? She is? I hadn't noticed. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. She's not wearing gloves right now, or is she? No, she's not. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying a bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. Oh! Why is she holding an umbrella? Yeah, why did they allow that in the courtroom? Isn't it bad luck or something? If you bring an umbrella indoors or whatever? Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? She's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar! Right, Mr. Prosecutor? It might rain, yeah. Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wondered which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne? This cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, and there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Oh! It's her crash out. Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being. Victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. What? Foreshadowing? Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay? Well, she's not gonna just walk out, is she? Why, yes? I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. The men in blue? Phoenix clones? What is she on about? Whew. It's all finally over. I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claims. Cops? Is she saying she's getting arrested, or is she saying she's attracted to the police? G-Man, yeah! G-Man, hell yeah!
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word of this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said. There, it's all right, rookie. For example, I wouldn't trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Or I would trust the witness. So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there could possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, yes. What's G-Man? G-Man's from Half-Life 2. And there comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Well, he clearly doesn't take it because he's alive in the future games. My beautiful hair is flying. Oh God, he's hideous. Oh my God. Look at this. Oh no, I didn't take the chat away fast enough. What was that? He was bald.
Mr. Payne, how about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. Yes, I knew everything. I was the first one petitioning to lock her up. I was right there on the front lines, believe you me. I was ready.
Don't lie. Just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor?
Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Yes, very good.
Tactics so good he reveals his true nature.
Mr. Payne.
This can't be happening. This is a nightmare. It's like...
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly. Don't worry, he'll get his hair back, yeah?
Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds a defendant, Phoenix Wright,
not guilty. Yes. Hey! I think that's a banger way to start an Ace Attorney game, to have Phoenix Wright on trial. That's crazy. I kind of was hoping if they were gonna do that, it would have been in current day and not a trial that happened like back in the day. But this is good too. It's fine.
This court is adjourned.
Maybe there's a reason that this is like the prequel portion. Maybe there's a detail in here that I'm gonna need to remember for later on.
Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them?
Yes, that's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Bro's actually thinking? Yeah, like, it's gotta be foreshadowing at some point, right? Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations. Thanks. I was thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to figure her out, Mr. Wright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. Eek, what kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's why you keep saying, but that's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. Took me 2 years to beat this game. Surely not because it's long, right? But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Wait. Who's he talking about? Say, Miss Fay? A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we... Oh, I didn't read it! Dang it! It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned, and I managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place, yeah. I remember. For me, this trial brings up a lot more painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. Oh no! Episode 1, Turnabout Memories, the end. That's the end of the first chapter. Whoa! Turnabout Memories, clear episode 1. Alright, a brand new episode has been added. The Stolen Turnabout. Who is this guy? I've seen this guy. I've seen this man. Who is he? Alright, I'm jumping right into it. Only for a little bit, because I do have to end stream soon. Beep, beep, beep. Oh no. What's happening here? What is this? Detective, we made it! Whew. What a relief. Glad the jewel is still safe. Oh, Gumshoe?
Oh, you said it, pal. It must have been our rock-solid security that scared him off. Would you mind opening the safe just to double-check?
Oh, what was the password? I didn't see it. Dang it. Maybe it won't be important. What the heck is this?
We've been had!
I like Gumshoe sometimes.
Out front, guards, turn on the searchlights!
Ha 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 ha. Better luck next time, gentlemen. What? What? Oh my! Stop putting magicians in your cases! Excuse me, but I'm afraid I must be leaving now. Who is this guy? What? A vampire? We shall meet again when the next moon is full. When the next moon is full. Who is this? Mask Demask. Salutations. Salutation. What? What the heck was any of that? Hey, Nick. Get a load of this. Hey, are you listening to me? You can clean the toilet later. This is important. What are you freaking out about now? Today will be the last time you talk to me that way. Huh? We're about to hit the big time. Big time? And what do you mean by we? You don't mean you and me are... Don't be silly. I'm talking about me and... Pearly, of course. Oh, Pearly's back. It's a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Nick. Pearls, you haven't changed a bit. Wait, what are you doing here anyway? Haven't you heard, Mr. Nick? Here, take a look at this. What's this? Some kind of poster? What is this? Treasure exhibition in Kurain Village, a sacred urn. Oh, this is the one you broke. I am. What's it supposed to say? I forget. My or something? Mia. That's right. Mia. It's supposed to say Mia. Kurain Village. Isn't that? That's right. It's our hometown. Pearly and mine, that is. What about treasures from the boonies? Very funny. You can laugh all you want, but you'll be singing another tune tonight. Tonight? What about tonight? The Treasures of Kurain. The Treasures of Kurain exhibit doesn't actually start until next week, but the promoter sent us some special VIP entry passes. That's why I dressed up extra special today. What do you think, Nick? Same, Maya. Different day. Did depression leave? Maybe his internet went out. This young lady here is Maya Fey, the younger sister of Mia Fey, my friend and mentor. I first met her 2 years ago. A little bit of a recap. I was working on the case surrounding Mia's death, and ever since then, I've been the one who's been keeping the law office afloat from behind the scenes. Actually, that's just a cover for her true identity. In reality, she's a spirit medium and a bit of a shady character. Hey, who are you calling shady? And this little girl is Pearl Fey, but I usually call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin and a spirit medium in training herself. I know I'm a bit young, but I want to help in any way I can, Mr. Nick. Karain Village is the home of the mysterious Karain channeling technique. And Maya here is the daughter of the Karain School of Channeling's master. I wonder if their parents will come into play at some point. Because I feel like that was unfinished. That was unresolved. Unresolved things happened there. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it's no joke. I've seen her power with my own eyes. It's a real thing, all right. Earth to Nick, how long are you going to make two gorgeous women like us wait? Yes, Mr. Nick. I can't wait any longer. I want to see the exhibit. Looks like I don't get a choice here. Might as well head on out. Treasure exhibit poster added to the court record. October 11th, 7:18 p.m. Lordly Taylor main exhibition hall. Now he's playing for Maya's Burgers. Yeah, Japanifornia. Lordly Taylor, the city's fanciest and most expensive department store. Treasure exhibit, huh? I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed. What? What is this? Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, you can make even the cheapest junk look great. Oh, now he's paying for Maya's Burgers. Bro can't read. Look, sometimes it's hard. I've been talking for 2.5 hours straight, you know? Cut me a little bit of slack. It all depends on how you display it. Oh, they even have the dusty old hanging scroll that was in the Fay Manor storeroom. Oh yeah, I remember scribbling on it when I was a little girl. On a family heirloom. Say, Nick, the person in charge of this exhibition is waiting for us in the basement warehouse. Alright, I guess we should go and say hello. I'm going to go on a boat lake tomorrow, and I have a lot to get ready to go, and then I'm going to be in town, and I will get a car and stuff to the house, so you don't feel you need to. But if you're going on a... What the heck? What am I reading? Alright, let's start looking around, because with these cases, you gotta look around. I think I remember this, an old folding screen here. I'm pretty sure it was an important piece of evidence. Shouldn't it have a bullet hole in it? In the murder case that happened in Karain Village. This folding screen is the greatest of all spirit channeling techniques. The 6-leaf Karain Sacred Writings folding screen. If it's so secret, why is it the most prominent thing in the exhibit? I clicked on random words. Well, they're just a bunch of old urns, and are these really treasures too? Of course they are. This is the treasure exhibit, isn't it? Well, yeah, I guess so. So all it takes to be a treasure is age? No wonder nobody likes museums. Oh, Mystic Maya, look, I can't believe it. It's so cute. It's a little diorama of Karain Village. That is cute. Yeah, look at that. But somehow it seems to reek of dreariness. Oh, Mystic Maya, it's your house. It even says Fay Manor on it. Yikes, you're right. I kind of want to add the famous in front of it. Don't do it, Maya. They might get mad. Is this anything? Oh, no clues here. A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's a little title in English. 108 ways to save money. I'm pretty sure the number has gone up since the last time I saw it. Well, we're always looking for new ways, you know. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. What's with this big cushion? It's just lying around with nothing on it. Well, it must be for one of the greatest treasures of all. Greatest treasure? Is there something like that? Huh? Why, of course there is, right, Pearly? Oh, of course. Yeah, I'll bet it would be really take your breath away. Okay. That's probably it. On stuff I can click on. Alright, let's move. Basement Warehouse. October 11th, Lordly Taylor, Basement Warehouse. Yep, this is the Basement Warehouse, alright. This place is scary. I feel like a monster could jump out at any time. Don't be scared, Pearly. I'll protect you. Oh, Mr. Right? Eek! A monster! You were right! Huh? A monster? Whoa! Good evening. It's good to see you again. I know you! Huh. Nice to see you again, too, little miss. Hello? Is she a friend of yours, Nick? And how do you know her, Pearly? Oh, that's right. Maya wasn't around. Maya was locked up. Nice to meet you. I'm Adrian Andrews. I'm in charge of the promotion and planning for this treasure exhibit. I'm also responsible for the security arrangements. Oh, nice to meet you. Adrian sure has changed since we last met. Yeah, she's wearing a different top. So this is the warehouse. So this is the warehouse. The really valuable exhibit items are still stored away in there. Okay, let's talk. We haven't talked in ages. I'm the greatest treasure. Yeah, it really has been a long time, hasn't it, Mr. Wright? Nick, what's going on? Who is this woman? Why are you freaking out on me? What? I just thought it'd be more dramatic if I got all worked up, that's all. Mystic Maya, you shouldn't let him off the hook so easily. Please, Maya, don't say anything that'll needle pearls further. Mr. Wright was there for me when I really needed help. It was something that happened 7 months ago. Okay, so we have a 7-month time lapse since the previous game. You remember, don't you? The Nickel Samurai case? Not really. I was stuck in a dark wine cellar. Did that escape your memory, Nick? Yeah. After that, I quit being a manager and started this job. Wow, that's tough. I'm sorry, Miss Andrews, if it wasn't for us. No, don't say that. I'm glad the whole thing happened. Thanks to you and everyone else that was involved, I was able to change my whole life. I really am grateful. Whew, what a relief. Lordly Taylor, tell me about that. I'm really impressed, Miss Andrews. Handling a huge exhibition like this must be really tiring. Well, Lordly Taylor is celebrating their 200th anniversary this year. The works on display in the main exhibition hall are worthy of the finest museums. Woohoo! Did you hear that, Pearly? The finest museum. Yes, I did. That's really wonderful. So this basement warehouse is pretty well protected, huh? Of course it is. After all, there are some priceless treasures here. The security guards are all very highly trained as well. That sounds good. So what is it that with that face she's making? Weird. I don't think I can present her with anything unless this maybe. I wanted to do something nice for you and your friends, Mr. Wright. So that's why you arranged this exhibit. I knew that Korean village was the hometown of your assistant Maya. I thought it would be great to let the rest of the world know about it too. That's not exactly thanking me per se, is it? Maybe, but who'd want to see the exhibition on the treasures of Phoenix Wright? I guess I can't argue with that one. Alright, I guess, oh, wait, am I meant to examine something here? Is there something I gotta take a look at? This PC screen? This computer, it looks like it's hooked up to the security camera above. And that means what? The camera is set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in and out of the storeroom. Then the data from the camera gets uploaded to the computer here. That's what. I see. That's some pretty high-tech stuff. It might be relevant later. It looks like a part of a big signboard. All I can read on it is the burr. I've got it. It's supposed to say hamburger. Why would anyone write hamburger on that thing? Like maybe for the World Hamburger Festival or something? I kind of doubt it. I got it. Maybe it said spaghetti. What? Why are you talking about food? Oh, wait. That's normal for you. Anyway, it says burr. There's no way it could say could be spaghetti. Well, maybe it was a typo. It might have said spaghetti festival. What do you think? Okay, to me. Besides, spaghetti is the only thing more tangled than your reasoning. What is she on about? Still going? No, this is a new case. This is a different case entirely. This is Girl is Hungry. Yeah. This is we finished that last case already. Mr. Nick, what's the big door over there? It looks like it's the door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. Really? Let's go in. I want to take a look. Oh, I'm sorry. Unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in there. Did you hear that, Nick? We're unauthorized personnel. Why are you telling me that? It's born hours. Who was the killer? It was the girl. It was the Dolly. It's a security camera. It's trained on the warehouse door. It's set up to take a picture of anyone that enters and exits that door. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, they say. I mean, yeah. So, can I move? I still can't move. Oh, wait. Present the attorney badge, maybe? I owe a great deal of thanks to that badge. It's the only reason that I'm still here today. Oh, come on now. That's not true. I think what Nick means to say is it was thanks to the badge. It wasn't thanks to the badge. It was thanks to me. You can slide. Oh, that's right. Thank you. I did forget about that. Tell the truth, Nick. I know that that's what you were thinking. No way, Maya. Okay, yeah, I totally forgot about the slide. All right. So I checked that door. What is this thing? Mystic Maya, take a look next to the door. That's Mystic Amy, right? Oh, that's what the urn said. Amy, not Mia. That's right. Yes, the statue of the woman who invented the Crane channeling technique, Amy Faye. This statue is on loan from one of the training halls of the Faye branch family. In fact, it just arrived this morning. Amy Faye's golden statue added to the court record. Okay, so this must be important if it's getting added to the court record. Founder of the Crane channeling technique. It's okay. It's that creepy looking thing she's holding. Don't ask me. How should I know? Well, you are the future master, right? Maybe so, but this is the first time I've ever seen the statue. That thing is the Crane Shikchisito. I cannot pronounce that. It's a ceremonial sword. It's not a real weapon, so the blade isn't sharp. Aw, phooey. I wanted to cut something. What are you eyeing me for? Oh, look, it's already 8 o'clock. Have you all eaten yet? Well, actually, I've already made a reservation on the restaurant on the 12th floor. Why don't we all dine together? Oh, I like the sound of that. Dine. I'll have the kids' lunch. Of course she likes the sound of that. My stomach hurts. Any suspicions why? Maybe you ingested poison. No, I don't know. Ha, Pearly, it's dinner, not lunch. Why don't you go for it and really eat your fill with a kid's dinner? Are you Maya Fey? Okay, in that case, one kid's dinner for me. Haha, shall we head upstairs then? After that pleasant evening, all that remained was to wait for the exhibition's opening. It was wonderful seeing Miss Andrews looking so happy. None of us could have imagined that the very next day, something terrible would happen. Oh no. Oh no. What happened? Nick, this is terrible! What the... You're cleaning the toilet? You're cleaning the toilet again? I never knew you were such a toilet freak. Give me a break, would you? My brain just hit the snooze button for the 5th time. I'm going to turn on the TV. Oh, no. Someone died? Yeah, probably. We've got an update on the recent treasure heist. Based on the clues found at the scene of the crime, authorities have announced that they believe it was the work of the renowned phantom thief, Masque de Masque. Who is this guy? Masque de Masque? According to the spokesperson, Lordly Taylor received a threat letter some days ago. This is the 5th heist by this phantom thief, who only targets rare treasures. Lordly Taylor. Well, Nick, what are you going to do? Don't you dare go back to the scrubbing the toilet. Treasure? Lordly Taylor? You don't think... Yes, now get up, Nick. It was stolen by Masque de Masque. Our most valuable treasure? The Crane sacred urn was stolen? What? What? Refresh my memory a little. What's this sacred urn? Nick! It's only the most important treasure in Crane Village, that's all. Look, it's right here on this poster. Don't you remember what's inside? The urn contains a very important soul. Namely, the soul of Mystic Amy Faye, the founder of the Crane channeling technique. Right, Pearly? Ah, yes, that's right. Hold up. It's broken. I thought that urn had the name Amy written on it. Now it says I am. Any idea how that happened, Pearly? Well, there's some things best left unsolved, wouldn't you say, Mr. Nick? That's funny. That's right. 1 year ago, there was a murder in Crane Village, Maya's hometown. The sacred urn, it turned out to be an important clue in that case. Could this be one of the treasures of Crane Village, supposedly priceless? It looks like a plain old pot. Could this be one of the first cases where I'm not trying to solve a murder case? Okay, the toilet is shinier than the judge's head, so let's see what's next. What's wrong with you, Nick? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Mr. Nick, your beloved Mystic Maya's treasure has been stolen. Doesn't that even bother you? But I thought the urn was the village's treasure, so I don't see how... The village is Mystic Maya. She's the future master of the Current School of Channeling. You know what I'm talking about, Mr. Nick? I won't let you say you don't. Okay, I do. So what am I supposed to do about it? Isn't it obvious? Go and find the bad guy who did this. Yeah, and get the sacred urn back. But I'm not a detective. That's nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with this. If you're a real gentleman, you would find it for your beloved Mystic Maya. Oh man. There's no winning against Pearl's fairy tale image of love. I gotta go. Bye. Bye, Leller. Have a good day. So what's the name of the bad guy again? Mask de Mask, Nick. Make a note of it. Mask de Mask. Interesting. I was terrible. I was arrested and everything. Oh, is it like a recap again of what happened last game? 1 year ago, the murder in Kurain Village. A man was killed during one of Maya's spirit channelings, and this urn wound up being a key piece of evidence that proved her innocence. Mr. Nick, would you mind not telling Mystic Maya about that? You promised, remember? You said you wouldn't tell anyone. I broke the urn. Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember. This urn used to say Amy on it. And then she broke it. Until Pearls accidentally broke it into a million pieces. She tried to secretly fix it. Let's just say it didn't work out so well. Sorry, I'm not so good at arts and crafts. Spelling either. Anyway, this is how her gluing project turned out. She put the pieces together wrong, and now instead of Amy, it says I am. That's funny. I can't believe no one's noticed this until now, a whole year later. I can't believe it myself. Last year's incident. Alright, so then I guess let's move on to the main exhibition hall. Let's find this urn that was stolen by Mask de Mask. Alright, let's see if we can find some clues that might lead us to the bad guy. But it doesn't look like anything has been disturbed. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as it did last night. Bad guy, huh? Hey, you can't book around here, pal. Hey, you can't book around here, pal. Wait a minute, that voice. Oh no, not him again. It's you, and I'm the one who should be saying that. Who should be saying not again. Why is it that every time something bad happens, you always show up, pal? I should be asking you that. Aren't there any other detectives? Actually, he's the only one on the force. No, I should be asking you that. What are you doing hanging around here? Hey, I asked you first. Why are you here? Why are you here? All right, we got it. Why don't you two kiss and make up already? Hello. It's been a long time, Mr. Scruffy Detective. Oh, it's you, little missy. Actually, my name's Gumshoe. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Now is a good chance for you to try to remember it, right? And if it's too long for you, you can just call him Dick. Okay, it's good to see you again, Mr. Detective Dick. Yeah, good to see you again, too, I guess. Alright, what happened? Mr. Detective Dick, can you tell us about what happened? Oh, you're trying to remember my name. Atta girl. It's Gumshoe, okay? Anyway, the thief stole something called the Sacred Urn. I know about that. Oh, well, the criminal's name is Mask de Mask. Sometimes I look like Gumshoe? What do you mean? Are you big and broad? Your shoulders and like... What are we talking? I know about that too. Detective, can't you tell us something other than that? Well, I guess I sort of owe you guys in a way. The crime occurred last night at around 1:30 in the morning. How exactly do you know that? We got an emergency phone call from the guard at the scene of the crime, pal. He said the urn was just stolen. Interesting. Yeah, like that? The scene of the crime, you mean here, right? Wrong. That urn was being kept under careful guard in the basement warehouse. Basement warehouse, huh? So who was guarding the basement warehouse? That guy! It was all his fault. The thief got away, pal. He solves one case and gets swelled head thinking that he's an ace detective. Ace detective? Wait, who? Hey, Detective Gumshoe, about this Mask de Mask. Is he famous? What? You're joking, right, Nick? Master Mask is the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Sometimes he appears as a museum guard. Sometimes he appears as a big brown bear, known to surprise unsuspecting victims.
What?
But underneath those disguises is the true Mask to Mask. So he's some kind of
master disguise, huh?
And he only goes after the finest works of art, pal. Last night was his 5th heist. If Lordly Taylor had only cooperated, I could have caught him this time.
Well, how do they know it's him? How do they? Why? Does he leave like some kind of signal to indicate that he steals things? What? When you knew he was planning on stealing the sacred urn?
Of course I did. The guy always sends his calling cards before he steals something.
Okay, well, there's that. Calling card, huh? They mentioned that on TV. All right, tell me about this ace detective. So why do you call him an ace detective anyway?
That's what he calls himself, pal. I didn't make it up.
So what's he like?
Well, like I told you, Mask to Mask has made 5 heists so far. On the 4th heist, Mr. Ace Detective managed to get the stolen treasure back.
Wow, that is really impressive. All by himself? Wait, who is the ace detective?
I gotta admit it, pal. Maybe he really is as good as he says. Every time the thief sends one of his calling cards, we send our men on a stakeout. But none of them have ever gotten so much as a glimpse of the guy.
But Mr. Ace Detective was able to retrieve the stolen treasure from the thief.
Anyway, he's at the scene of the crime right now, looking for clues.
So he's down in the basement warehouse, huh? Alright, calling card. So what's his calling card?
Here it is. But don't show it to anyone. It's top secret, okay, pal?
Oh, the little card. Okay. What's this mark on the front?
That's Mask to Mask's signature emblem, pal. You could say it's his mark. All of his calling cards have got it on them,
and they didn't mention that on the news flash.
We're withholding that detail from the public for operational reasons. The only way we can tell if the calling card is real or not is by this emblem.
Calling card added to the court record. Okay, well, that's good to have that, I guess. That makes sense. When you get famous, there are always imitators. Mr. Nick, if you work a little harder, maybe you can have your own copycat someday. Thanks, I guess. All right. Good to know. I guess let's move down to the basement warehouse and see who this ace detective guy really is. Lordly Taylor, basement warehouse. No matter how many times we come here, this place always gives me the chills. That's probably because it's air conditioned to protect the art pieces, you know. Welcome to my private little banquet of chaos. Huh? What the heck does that mean? What? I'm afraid I have very little to offer, but please, make yourself at home. Who is this guy? Who are you anyway? Shish, silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What do you see?
Zvari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. A lawyer and a spirit medium, neither very advanced in their trade. Am I wrong?
It's Spampton. Yeah! Yikes, that's scary. How did you know that? Dude, it might be it. Dude, it could be. It's actually Spampton.
How, you say? The universal skeptic would say that how is nothing but a question of why.
What?
I'm a traveler of both time and space, and a swimmer of dreams.
What is he talking about? I can't make heads or tails of it.
Without further ado, let me fulfill what should be the first duty of any gentleman, and introduce myself. My name is At-Me. Look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me. I'm Luke At-Me, Ace Detective.
Oh, hi. Don't let him intimidate you, Nick. Stand up and show him what you're made of. The name's right. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I'm Maya Fey, Ace Spirit Medium. And I'm, Pearl Fey. I'm Mystic Maya's cousin and, the Spirit Medium, Ace Apprentice.
Excellent. Well then, shall we begin our little game?
Game? Why does the phrase one short of a baker's dozen come to mind with this guy? What the heck? He's so lovely. Why are you really as famous as you say? I like his ring.
Of course, for a lawyer, you have a rather shocking lack of knowledge about this world. I had no idea anyone was left in this city that had not heard of me. Look at me. Look at me.
I am Mask Damask's archenemy, the ace detective. Look at me. At this moment, there are two mighty figures which loom large over the grand city. One embodies the nefarious forces of darkness, and the other angelic cherubs of light. Boy, now I'm really lost. What is he saying, Nick? I have been personally on the heels of this villain since the first crime. After learning his criminal patterns, I thwarted his very latest loathsome larceny. I even returned to the target of his tyranny, the portrait of Mahina, to the crime scene. And I did it all by myself. I took it back from Mask to Mask, with my brawny mind and my brilliant muscles. Yeah, they mentioned it on the news in the Great People Around Town segment. They said that, and the museum gave you an incredible jewel as a reward. Well, compared to the treasure that I received for them, it's not much. So in the end, the only thing that makes you great is your own self-praise. All right, Mask to Mask, tell me about yourself. Oh, tell us what you know about Mask to Mask. Or, no, sorry. Tell us about what you know about Mask to Mask. And keep it simple, please. Like about how I have devoted my life to thwarting his dastardly deeds? Last night, here in the bowels of his store, we were locked in the most glorious battle. I see, huh? Hang on a second. You were here last night? Here? In Lordly Taylor? Naturally. Wherever Damask goes, you will find at me, laying his elegant traps. Elegant traps? More like Damask out-eleganced you and made a beautiful getaway. But this time, I allowed him to escape with the illusion of victory. I wonder if I should ask him about what happened last night in more detail. Night of the crime. Can you tell us exactly what happened here last night? But of course, after all, I always say that there should be no secrets between aces. Flattery will get you nowhere, Pinocchio. First, I received the request for my services 20 days ago. And it was 10 days ago that we received Mask to Mask calling card. Huh? You were hired before the calling card even arrived? Yes. You see, the person who hired me is quite rigorous and thorough. That's Adrian for you. A mere 10 days after hiring me, the worst premonitions were realized. Calling card arrived, right? Yes. So, ace detective that I am, I set a trap for the thief right in the warehouse and waited for him, alone. Alone? But why? Why didn't you go to the police for help? Ridiculous! Why would I seek help from such a singularly useless group of nincompoops? You got a lot of nerve after all. It was you that let Damask get away. I always operate alone and concealed, out of the sight of others. Well, he intentionally let him get away. At least that's what he claims. Corn sealed? Precisely. Even the guards on duty here were unaware of my presence. To fool your enemies first, you must fool your friends. It's my own original proverb. Anyway, back to what happened last night. As I was saying, I hid here in the warehouse and waited for the thief to arrive. But I swear to you, not a solitary soul came through that entrance. Nevertheless, the sacred urn disappeared. Interesting. But that's impossible. How could it disappear? How, you ask? Don't be ridiculous, sir lawyer. If I knew the answer to that question, I wouldn't be here. For someone so seriously messed up with his own stakeout, he's rather full of himself. So you're saying that even though no one came through the doors last night, our precious urn still somehow vanished from under your nose? That's just not possible. Okay. Can I present him with anything? Damask calling card. I guess I could take a look at it. To Security and Lordly Taylor, I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasure of Curain exhibit. Wow, he really lets you know ahead of time. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Mask Damask. What the heck? One of the Treasure Curain Village, supposedly priceless. It looks like a plain old pot. Statue. I mean... Oh, the sword. I just noticed the sword. Oh, it looks like there's been stuff. The statue's moved. I'm pretty sure the statue was here, right? Tisk, sir lawyer, please refrain from such crude behavior. Huh? What do you mean? This criminal is an artist. The crime scene is a canvas upon which he paints. Only I, ace detective at me, have an eye which is educated enough to read the signs. Could you translate that for me, Nick? I think you pretty much said, don't touch anything, amateurs. If there's something you wish to know about, you have but to ask at me. I know everything there is to know about my rival, Mask to Mask. What do I do now? Does he have any top secret information? Stuff only a real crime buff would know? I think I'll think about what to ask while I listen to Mr. Ace Detective has to say. Okay, and what about this? Oh no. Oh no. Will he really not let me? Oh no. Okay, I guess I have to talk to him? But mask to mask calling card. It's got his emblem printed on it, right? Quite impressive, but I would expect nothing less from my arch rival. I'm surprised to see you in possession of such top secret piece of information. Well, we've got an ace lawyer and an ace spirit medium and an ace cousin apprentice here. Yes, indeed. I think I could learn to like you, my fellow ace professionals. I don't know if I really want this guy to like us, ever. Well, Sir Lawyer, I've been told that you two are pursuing the mysterious thief. That's right. We're going to find the sacred urn no matter what we have to do. Excellent. I will trust you. I'll permit you to take a look around while I investigate elsewhere. If, perchance, you should discover something of value, return, then, to my office. My office of Earthly Delights, the A-Dee Detective Agency. The A-Dee Detective Agency. Office of Earthly Delights? Well then, Sir Lawyer, if you'd excuse me, I have so much to do. Wait a minute. He's gone. I don't like the idea of doing this guy's work for him. Come on, Mr. Nick. Come on, Nick. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let's hurry up and investigate before he changes his mind. I want to go to his office, too. Take me with you, okay? All right. I'm going to have a look around, because there definitely are some things here. The sacred urn. Okay, so that was the box the urn was in. That pathetic-looking wooden box. Ah, that's the box that had the sacred urn in it. Don't touch it. There may be clues to the thief's identity on here. It's got purple slime. What is that? I worked so hard to make that. I worked so hard to make that box. Huh? You made that poor excuse for a box? Don't insult it, Nick. What's that supposed to mean? That urn has always been on its stand in the winding way of Fay Manor, so there was no box suitable for it, Mr. Nick. And I was so proud of it. Poor Maya. Maybe I'd have been better if Mask the Mask had taken the box too. Why didn't he? Wow, this is awesome. What did Miss Andrews say it was called again? That thing. It's literally 7-branch sword in Japanese, or so says Miss Andrews. Whoa, it's pretty heavy. One hit, 7 times the fun. Pretty catchy, huh? I bet it'd sell like hotcakes. It's dangerous. There's something about it that bothers me. Wow, you're really firing on all cylinders today, Pearly. This sword, wasn't Mystic Amy holding it last night? Ah. Yeah. And it was there. Okay, so the statue did move. Another thing, the sword wasn't bent last night like it is now. You're right. Awesome, Pearly. I wouldn't expect any less from a little ace apprentice. The sword is bent, so that must mean last night someone used it somehow. Ah, I just thought about something. Maybe Detective A-Dee smashed Mask to Mask with it. Like this. Did you just hit Phoenix? What the heck? What do you think, Pearly? I think it's even more bent than it was now. Oh man, my head. My hair! A ceremonial sword held in the hand of Amy Faye's statue wasn't bent before the crime. Okay. Check the statue and then check this goo or whatever. What is this stuff? Look what you did, Nick. You spilled paint over here. Oh, it's paint? I didn't do that. Well, it wasn't here last night. I would have noticed the color this outrageous. But this paint has already dried up. Well then, you shouldn't have cleaned it up before it dried, Nick. Paint doesn't dry that fast. Besides, I told you it wasn't me. Looks like it's been several days since it was spilt. Hey, look at this. What is it? There's some kind of shape left in the bottom left side of the stain? Huh? You're right. I wonder what it could be. Wait, what is it? Is it not going to show? This statue of Mystic Amy is so cool. I want a gold statue of myself. We could put it in the office. Hey, it's right, and Co. How about a gold statue of me? Mr. Nick, I'm sorry, but I noticed something strange. Huh? What is it, Pearls? The statue of Mystic Amy, was it where it was last night? Ah, no, it wasn't. It got moved. I'm pretty sure it was closer to the door. Yeah, I think you're right. Great job, Pearly. I wouldn't expect anything less from an ace cousin. So the statue was moved on the night of the crime. Amy Faye's golden statue updated in the court record. A statue of the founder of the crane channeling technique moved the night of the crime. Okay. Mr. Nick, what's the big door over there? It looks like it's a door to the actual storeroom. I can see lots of big boxes and stuff back there. I guess that's where they were keeping the sacred urn. Remember, Maya, Miss Andrews said we're not allowed in there. Dang. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Well, okay, what's this? It says organi. No, it doesn't, Nick. It says organize. You just can't see the last two letters. Yeah, well, I guess no one else could read it either because the place is a mess. Yeah, you must feel right at home, huh? The camera! It might have caught something. It's a security camera trained on the big door to the storeroom. It's set up to take a photo of anyone that goes in or out. It's security camera? Yeah, go stand in front of that door and it'll snap your photo too, Pearly. Mystic Maya, do you think I should smile? Nah, it's for criminals, so I think you should make a really scary face. Like this. I didn't see your face. Hey, Pearly, do you know what this is? It's a computer. A computer? Oh, I've heard of those. It's such a cute name. Looks like this computer is for storing the data from the security camera. When someone comes in or out of the warehouse, the camera takes a photo of them. It's probably the trap that the detective set up. Let's see if we can find the last night's data on this thing. You might even find a photo of Mask to Mask. Let's see here. Man, I really stink at working these things. Do we get a picture? What's wrong, Mr. Nick? You're sweating an awful lot. I don't know how to pull up the photos. I had no idea you were so pathetic with high-tech stuff, Nick. Yeah, well, I managed to print out the camera data anyway. I guess you can learn to crawl before you can walk, right, Nick? Yeah, sure. Anyway, it looks like the camera only went off once last night. The warehouse camera went off once at around 1 a.m. So that's around when the crime happened. Camera date added to the court record. Okay. Is that relevant? I mean, it must be. Oh, but I can't check it. And I can't... only the records. It's not the actual photo itself. Maybe we'll come back for that. Alright, well, I think that's it. I think that is everything here. Let's go back to the main exhibition hall, I guess. I'm getting a phone call? Hey, Nick, your phone's ringing. Hello, Phoenix Wright here.
Oh, it's me, Gumshoe.
Gumshoe? What is it? What's so funny?
I'll tell you what's funny, pal. I'm finally beat him. I beat Mr. Ace Detective. Finally, this underdog is the alpha dog today. Is the alpha dog today. That stuck-up detective's met his match. Yep, I finally caught him. Lock, stock, and barrel. There's no escaping for him.
You caught him? What are you saying? You captured Mask to Mask?
Bingo! Well, actually, he surrendered, but I still got him.
Mask to Mask surrendered? That's great. So when can we come and pick up the sacred urn?
Well, you see, I was gonna tell you.
What, something wrong?
Do you think you can swing by the detention center sometime?
The detention center?
He wants to talk with you. Mask to Mask, that is.
What? What? He wants to talk to Nick?
I'll be waiting for you, pal, so get over here soon.
The detention center, huh? Yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, no. I guess the detention center would be somewhere else. So I guess next up, we're going to go to the At-Me Detective Agency. But for now, I think I'm going to call it there. Pretty good. So far, pretty good game. The way it's opened up has been a little strange. But I did like Nick's new fit. So that's pretty cool. But where's the sound? There we go. Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for coming. I hope you had a wonderful, fantastic day. I hope you have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day. And I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Goodbye, everyone.